Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the invisible network that pretty much runs our modern lives. Seriously, from the moment you wake up till you go to bed, you're swimming in a sea of signals that connect you to everything, and there's not a single wire in sight. So today, let's dive into the incredible world of wireless communications from your headphones all the way up to the satellites orbiting the Earth. I mean, really think about it for a sec. You tap your phone to grab a coffee, your wireless earbuds just work, and your laptop pulls internet right out of the air. It totally feels like magic, but it's actually a whole collection of incredible technologies working together. So how does it all happen? Well, at its core, the idea is actually super simple. Wireless communication is really just sending digital information, all those ones and zeros, through the air instead of sending it down a physical cable. That's it. That's the basic idea. But from that one simple concept, this whole universe of tech has just exploded. Okay, so we're going to start our journey up close and personal. Think of it like your own little personal tech bubble. We're talking about the technologies that are built to connect all the devices immediately around you.
First up, the one we all know and use every single day, Bluetooth. Its whole job, right from the start, was to get rid of cables. It works over pretty short distances, usually up to about 33 feet, and it creates this tiny, personal network just for your gadgets.
And you use it for everything, right? Connecting your headphones, your wireless keyboard, that remote for your smart TV, or even just streaming music to your car stereo on the drive to work. That's all Bluetooth, just quietly doing its thing, making your life way less tangled. Now here's one you might not have heard of, ZigBee. This one is so cool because it's a specialist. While Bluetooth is great for stuff you charge all the time, ZigBee is built for what I like to call the set-it-and-forget-it world of the smart home. Get this, to even get certified, a ZigBee device has to have a battery that lasts at least 2 years. This is what makes a truly low-maintenance smart home possible, where little sensors and light bulbs can just run for years without you even thinking about them. Next up, we've got the dynamic duo of identification, RFID and NFC. So think of RFID as the high-tech replacement for the old barcode. It's used to track massive amounts of inventory in warehouses, and it's how airlines keep tabs on your luggage. And then you've got its super close cousin, NFC, which stands for Near Field Communication. And as the name says, it works at a really close range. We're talking just a couple of inches, which is exactly why it's the perfect tech for all those tap-to-pay systems on your smartphone. And of course, we have to talk about the one that's become the absolute backbone of our homes and offices, Wi-Fi. A wireless local area network is basically just a way to extend that wired internet connection coming into your building. It creates this powerful bubble of connectivity that lets every single one of your digital devices get online without being physically plugged into the wall. And this is what that looks like in action. Wi-Fi is truly the invisible hub of a modern smart home. Your TV, your laptop, your smart speakers, even your lights in your front door lock. They're all connected and talking to each other through this one central wireless network. This landscape map does a perfect job of showing where we've been so far. We've been hanging out on the left side of the chart, exploring things like RFID, Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi, all the stuff that works from a few inches to a few hundred feet. But now it's time to zoom way out. We're going to move over to the right side of this landscape and see how all of this scales up to a global level. So we're expanding way beyond that personal bubble now. We're going to look at how we stay connected across entire cities, whole countries, and even across the entire planet. This is where things get really big. All right, so you've got that phone in your pocket. The key to how it works is right in the name, the cell in cellular. The entire network is really just a giant patchwork of geographic areas, or cells, and each one is covered by a transmission tower. Now here's the really clever part. Because each tower only covers a limited area, the same radio frequencies can be used again by another tower just a few miles away, without messing with each other's signals. It's this design that's the secret sauce to covering huge areas so efficiently. So as you move around, whether you're walking down the street or driving your car, your phone is seamlessly handed off from one cell tower's coverage zone to the next. You don't even notice it happening. It just creates this perfect illusion of one single, constant connection no matter where you go. And what about performance? Well, with fourth generation, or 4G technology, we're talking speeds that can blow past 100 megabits per second. That is more than fast enough to stream crystal clear, high-def video right in the palm of your hand. But what happens when you're somewhere a cell tower can't possibly reach? Out in the middle of nowhere? Well, that's where satellites come in. Their main job is to bring a connection to the most remote corners of the world. They're basically just giant relay stations floating in space.
It's a beautifully simple system. A station on the ground beams a signal up to the satellite. The satellite catches it, and then it repeats that signal, beaming it right back down to another station that could be on the other side of an ocean. It's what makes truly global communication possible.
Now, as amazing as all this technology is, going wireless isn't a perfect magical solution for everything. Like with any tech, there's a trade-off. There's a clear set of pros and cons. On the one hand, you get these incredible advantages, right? Like total mobility and way easier installation, no need to drill holes and run cables everywhere. But on the flip side, you run into new challenges. Your Wi-Fi can get messed up by something as simple as a microwave oven. Open networks can be a huge security risk. And, of course, there's always an ongoing conversation about the potential health effects of being surrounded by radio frequencies all the time.
So where is all this technology actually headed? All of these different pieces, from that tiny little NFC chip in your phone to a massive satellite network, they're all building towards a really fascinating future. And that future is all about something called digital convergence. Basically, it's the idea that our devices don't just do one single thing anymore. Your phone isn't just a phone. It's your camera, it's your video player, it's a powerful computer, and it's your gateway to the entire internet. This convergence is what's merging all of our gadgets and all of our networks into one seamless, totally interconnected experience. So all of this brings us to one final massive question. We've gone from just cutting the cord on our headphones to connecting the entire planet. As this web of wireless connectivity keeps growing, weaving itself into every object and every part of our daily lives, what comes next?